we had a missing car. It looked like we had just a car on its own at the top. I didn't think we're having a rolling start for this one. Here we go.
No, it's standing start then. The lights come on the gantry bridge and we are away for race number 2. And that's a little bit of a connection problem there for Will Fox, but he gets a jump. Ryan Martin with a terrible start there. And Will Fox already off into the lead of the race there. And it looks like that's Tom Stevens who's got the hold shot as well up into turn 1 here. And this is going to be a wild start there. Ryan Martin going to be ruining that mistake there, but they're all safely through turn number 1 on the brakes, then down into Montreal for the first time there. And this is going to be one of the flashpoints. It's going to be having to be so patient on the brakes, so patient on the accelerator. They come out of Montreal. It's still folks from Martin, from McFadden, Tom Stevens in there as well, Chris Pauly up there. You've got Ollie Wayne trying to defend from Craig Dunn here as well. Brilliant start to the race here, and for the most part the first couple of corners have went very well here, John.
But it's Will Fuchs who has the lead. It's very close, and nothing between him and Ryan Martin and Stu McFadden. So this is going to be a real close call in the top 3. Oh, and who's gone wide? That looks like Martin has grabbed the lead back from Will Fuchs. Fuchs just going really wide there. That's cost him a place at the moment. So Martin grabs back the lead. He was there obviously right at the start on pole position, but he's taken that lead back. And Stu McFadden is right on Will Fuchs.
After starting right at the back of the grid. Let's have a look then what happened to Jez Banks. We saw the car pointing off at the inside there. Oh, and he's just made a mistake and been caught by one of the cars there. Thankfully didn't actually hit into the barriers there. So easy to do. The thing is that that car behind has absolutely nowhere to go there, John. Stu McFadden has dropped off from this group here.
Yeah, he's down to 3rd place, isn't he? And he has dropped off. So maybe a little issue for him. Maybe had a bit of a spin or a tyre issue. But Martin and Fuchs there now have got themselves a good little lead, but it's very close. In fact, neck and neck, isn't it, between those two? They've swapped places, but then swapped back again. Martin grabs the lead back. So tight between those two.
We're well past the halfway point in this first race of the evening here at Snetterton 300. Ryan Martin leads Fox and McFadden, but it's still that battle there. And McFadden again outbrakes himself, locks the brakes up, and gets sent back into the clutches then of Chris Pauly and Chris Boland. He's going to have to get a move on here because the pace is starting to ratchet up here. And I think Fox is now just waiting, biding his time. You can see Adam Barron now up in a P10. Hang on a minute. That lad started at the back of the grid and is now up in the P10. I know we've been focusing on the top 6, but that, for me, right now, is one of the standout drives of this race so far.
Let's get yourself back into the course there. But Ryan Martin still has the lead. Fuchs in 2nd place with McFadden. And we are with Ryan Martin. Look at them. It's absolutely neck and neck now. There's a real challenge going on here. And can Will Fuchs get his way through? Well, he can't at the moment. Ryan Martin is just holding his position. But look at that. They are so tight. Well, a mistake from either of them. And that's going to let Stu McFadden in.
And this is going to be the run down the Bentley Straight. This is going to be the final run that we get from this race from our 2 leaders. We've got side by side further down as well, James King and Chris Darnell fighting out. That's 11th place now for James King. What a drive from those two. 10th and 11th place respectively from the back of the grid. That is unbelievable. But have a look at this. Trying to go right the outside as well, folks. Gets the inside line, clips the curb there, keeps the foot in, and that is going to drop him all the way back there. Stu McFadden now has the run on Will Fox. This is now going to be a battle for 2nd place. Ryan Martin can streak off into the sunset, but what is going to happen with that battle for 2nd place? McFadden is looking all over the back end of Will Fox right now, coming down to Murray's for the final time, but it is going to be Ryan Martin who will take the win. A very well deserved performance there. Will Fox in 2nd place there. It's going to be Stu McFadden in 3rd, Chris Pauly in 4th, Chris Boland in 5th. Tom Stevens is going to come across the line in 6th place. Luke Arpino flew under the radar there, up in the P7. And can we just say, it's great to see Craig Dunn actually getting a good, solid points performance this season, because it has just not gone his way so far. Let's take you through the final results then for that first race of 2 here tonight. It was a race win for Ryan Martin in the number 85. Will Fox finishing in P2. Stu McFadden in 3rd place with Chris Pawley in 4th. Chris Bolins in 5th. Tom Stevens finishes in P6. Luke Carpino in P7. Craig Dunn in P8. Ollie Waynes in 9th. And then Adam Barn finishing in 10th place. It's Glenn Griffin, Liam Waterhouse. Let's go racing. I am never going to do it that fast in my life again. Great start from James King. And we've got an absolute belly. 5 cars wide here at Snetterton. All behind there. Stu Eating involved in there. You've got James King, Adam Barn, Craig Dunn and Ollie Waynes all trying to go 4 wide into the corner. There's chaos and carnage already. Ollie Waynes and Tom Stevens caught in that. And that is chaos. And that is what we thought was going to happen in race 2. And there are the virtual thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of damage there. Cars rejoining back on the track in a horrible, horrible way there. And I don't
Can I see a replay, please?
I don't think there's enough eye bleach in the world, John, for what we have just witnessed there.
Because he must have started, from 10th on the grid, so he must have avoided all that melee at the beginning, but Stu McFadden clearly didn't. I mean, it all started, didn't it, with a little skid across there, a couple of skids. Looked like Craig Durrant might have been right at the centre of it.
Yeah, he was the epicenter of all of that, unfortunately, and completely unwittingly. The car was just, cold tyres and things like that, but yeah, that is some hard damage here. What I want to see is there's a car that reversed back onto track as well, and right into the path of several cars.
Look at it.
It was absolutely brutal. I think it was that car, the golden colour car, just on the right-hand side. A picture here, it just fires it into reverse and comes straight back onto the track. And well, yeah, there you go. That is the aftermath of one of the messiest starts I think that we've seen so far this season.
Luke Carpino in 4th place. So some great quality driving from those
Change
from
for
those
the lead
men.
there, John. Change for the lead. Will Fox takes the lead from James King then by 1/10 of a second. King trying to get that cut back here. Moves to the inside there. Fires it down the inside. Brave move there from James King. Wild stuff. And have a look at Ryan Martin. He's got the whole shot now. Ryan Martin from 3rd place is now taking the lead of the races down through the Bentley Straight. What can Will Fox do? We have got ding ding round number 2. This is exactly what we saw on race 1 earlier on. They're going to be dragged straight through this Bentley Street here on the brakes in this left-hander. Have a look at Will Fox here. He cuts out. Ryan Martin tries to get the cut back there. What a performance here. That was brilliant stuff there. I've got to say hats off to James King. That was a great move there. Very, very brave, but just couldn't get that car stopped in time there, John. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, that's a big hit. Was that Darren Berris that got caught up in that one? But that's a huge hit into the barriers there. And yeah, you're a spectator at that point there, John. That's a horrible incident.
Yeah, not a lot you can say about that. But Darren Berris, well, if it was Darren Berris that he ran into, then Darren is still going pretty well because he is up to 9th place now.
That is a hard hit.
So who did he run into? Yeah, the barrier played its part there, didn't it?
Oh, that was wild stuff here. Picture in picture, though. We'll come back to that in a second. We've got 5 seconds left. I think that's it. It's going to be Will Fox to take the lead, but here comes Ryan Martin. He's on the charge. It's going to be side by side. It's going to be a photo finish. Who takes the win? It's going to be Will Fox by 3/1000ths of a second from Ryan Martin. That is incredible. James King is going to come across the line in 3rd place. Chris Pawley in 4th. Chris Bolins in 5th position. Here's the fight though for 8th and 9th position. Dan Berris and Ollie Waynes. Wayne gets the position right of the line. Ollie Wayne takes P8 from Dan Berris. Chris Slater, after a last lap incident, got forced wide on that fight. He loses out that 8th position. Can you believe it? 10th position.
Here's the full result.
Wow, look at that differential. Will Fox taking the win from Ryan Martin, and the gap, the official gap, classed as plus 0.000. Now, I'm presuming that makes that a dead heat, but giving it to Will Fox there. I have never seen anything as close as that. James King in third position, Chris Pawley in fourth, Chris Boland in fifth, Adam Barron again, good recovery drive there in P6, Michael Clough into P7, Ollie Waynes in P8, Darren Berris in P9, Chris Slater finishing and rounding out the top 10.